Welcome everyone to Cisco Canada's Virtual Kitchen, or SVK Media Network, whatever you want to call it. We are here today with Kraft Heinz. Chef Alain, where are you?
How's it going?
Good. Let's pull you up here on the screen. There you go.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Doing really well. I'm really excited to show folks out there some fun uses for salad dressings and some different applications. We're going to have some fun playing.
Are you? Now, a couple things here. These are Renee's Kraft and Richardson dressings. Is that right?
Yeah. So we've got some of our Richardson line, which is food service specific. Don't see it anywhere else in the market. They've got some fun, more interesting flavors there. The Kraft dressings, people see them in the grocery store. A lot of similar ones are in the food service space. And everyone knows Canada's favorite dressing, Renee. I love it. You love it. You know you do. That is our premium salad dressing. We're going to do some building with that as well. And I'm also going to use a Renee aioli, which is only available in food service. I'm looking forward to sharing some builds with everybody.
Yeah, if we can just get the camera a little bit closer, Chef, because you sounded like you just said that underwater.
Is that better for you guys?
A little bit.
Lovely.
All right, we're going to break for a quick commercial and be right back after these messages from the RC show. Here we go.
Been through a whole lot, but we overcome. Enemies in our face, but we ain't gon' run. Never drift off course, always stay on mission. Won't slow us down, cause we way too driven. Yet we put in these 10,000 hours. You won't stop us, cause we got the power. Whole world is watching, and I hope they ready. From here on out, we are legendary. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be standing right here until the end of time. Till the end of time. We ain't going nowhere.
All right, Chef.
All right, perfect. Thanks for joining, everybody. We're going to start with some healthy stuff. Yeah, I know you're excited. We're going to make a nice green goddess bowl, something that's simple, fresh, and something that people think is very, very healthy. We're going to load it with interesting ingredients. So basically, you take your base lettuce here. I'm just using easy mixed greens. Using our Kraft creamy cucumber. You can see here, got a nice bit of cucumber in here. It's really, really creamy and light. We're going to add it into the salad here. And then...
Chef, did you do anything to that dressing, or is it always that?
No, always that color. This is a nice, light, white, creamy dressing. Really, you can see here, it really coats the greens nicely, and just mix them gently with a spoon here. This is a great way to form your base. Again, it's a nice, easy, one-phase dressing, so it's not going to split on you. Ready to go here. This is the Kraft creamy cucumber. Not one of the most common dressings. What's really nice about the Kraft line, there's lots of specialty items within the space, like that you don't find everywhere. The number one dressings are always top four: coleslaw, ranch, Caesar, Italian is what you get. But we really want to showcase what else is within the portfolio to create those unique flavors. The creamy cucumber I like as like a sub for like a raita or a base, or the base for a speed scratch raita, if you're looking for something similar, or that nice creamy dressing. So make our little green goddess bowl here. We're going to add a nice bit of grain mix here. This is really healthy. We got some ferric, some farro, and some multicolored quinoa. A tip that I've always done, this is what I really like about this blend. If you're making your own blend back at house, all these grains have the same ratio for water to grain and the same cooking time. So you don't need multiple pots. I just mix everything together, basically. Bring my water, two parts water, 1 part grain, bring that to a boil, add my mix. 25 minutes later, let it steam out for 5 minutes, and then it's all ready to go. No juggling with pots and timing and trying to find ways to get your grain mixes out with 8 pots. It's a really nice, easy version here. And now, again, it's green goddess. So we're going to add some nice, healthy vegetables here. This is something that people always assume is going to be really healthy for them. Ever since calories got put on the menus, we all know that the salad section is not as healthy as everybody wants, but how do you fix that, right? You add different textures and flavors. So we've got the edamame. We'll add some roasted broccoli. Again, broccoli, really good for you, but not the easiest to eat in a salad. Most people don't typically, I find most people are ignoring the broccoli on the crudité anyways. So it's not everybody's favorite, but you can find nice ways here to get it out on the plate. And that's the toasted almonds. This is a simple but not boring salad. The creamy cucumber dressing, it's unique. It's got that great creamy flavor, and it isn't something that you're going to get everywhere. It's something, if you're looking for like a specialty creamy dressing that is a great quality, at a very great price, the Kraft line is a fantastic place to start there. And you can end up with a nice, healthy, texturally rich salad. And if you want to take it like this, call it the vegetarian way. But a nice option here, nice grilled piece of fish.
Oh, wow.
A little bit more dressing on it. And you have yourself, you know, an $18, $19, $20 salad, depending on your market. And you're not really missing out anything here, right? You've got your great textures. You've got your great flavors. This is just something that's easy to put together. And if you're looking for a salad that's a little bit different, this is a great spot to start. But I'm not always looking for the healthy. Sometimes I just want a giant sandwich.
Yeah,
So-
Chef, I just want to go back to that salmon and
Yeah.
and dish there. So is that something that you would recommend? Like that, I don't see that for to go. That's something for a dine-in, hey?
I mean, interestingly enough, if you're using the paper pulp compostable bowl with the dome compostable lid, if you've gone to that stretch of high quality compostable takeout ware,
Yep.
this actually presents beautifully. What I would recommend is you make sure your salmon is a little closer to room temp and hot. Any hot protein in a salad to go doesn't really work. But a salad like this, dressing on the side, can still present really, really nicely for takeout. Obviously, for me, a salad is best dressed and eaten in the moment. I wouldn't want to put this in the bowl and shake it to death like you would, you know, a takeout salad.
Mhm.
But if your operation is dine-in as well as relying on the aggregators for that extra bit of revenue with a little creative packaging, you can still make this look really nice to go.
Cool. Cool. Great summer idea. Patios, eh?
Spring's on the way. Spring's on the way. The next thing I want to build here, we're going to make an Italian sandwich here. I've got my Renee's roast garlic aioli. For those curious about it, 4 of these come in a pack, 1 liter pouches, really easy to go. The Renee's line is refrigerated only, refrigerated always. So because of that, we can use great ingredients. This tastes like it was made back of house. If you're having trouble with your operation keeping those aiolis consistent, this is a great finished product to use right out the bottle. Or you can use it as a base to add your flavors to make your own speed scratch burger. So we're going to hit it with aioli here. Give it a nice spread. Grab a little bit of lettuce.
Could you toast that,
everything
Chef? Is that
contained.
toasted, Chef? Is that toasted or not toasted?
I didn't toast it because I don't have a nice toaster to toast a baguette, but you absolutely can. Gonna add my cold cuts here. My favorite is spicy soppressata. I'm making like a Italian deli sandwich. This is always my go-to here. Got some ice capicola, some mortadella, some prosciutto.
Do you find a lot of people use these as dressings and as spreads, Chef?
So that's what it's all about. So the Renee, they always make great dressings. They make great dips. But then when you go to on the sandwich side, you can then start using the dressings as a bit of a sandwich sauce to keep everything nice and tasty. So we've got some olives here, some hot peppers. Everything here is nice and fresh. So I want to use here the Renee's sweet onion dressing. It's really, really nice. Going to keep everything nice and moist. And if you're using this like a traditional hoagie, this is a great option to be like your sub sauce, your sub dressing. That nice vinaigrette style, great sweet onion flavor, really nice herb flavor as well. It's a great option. Or have you have a look at that? Like that is a serious sandwich that everybody's gonna love. It's got the nice the nice flavor from the roasted garlic or from the aioli, and you get that nice acidic dressing that makes a fantastic combination there. That's just really, really nice.
Now, Chef, what's your favorite sandwich?
My favorite sandwich? Chicken parm.
Chicken? Serious?
A nice chicken parm sandwich? I'm ready to go. Yeah, some nice sauce, melty cheese. I'm ready to go for a chicken parm. I'm not going to pick a healthy option, I can tell you that much. But another great option before we cut to commercial, let me do one more real quick for you. Using the same dressing here, so another nice application that's actually completely dipped. So we're going to do a bit of an appetizer or a vegetarian entree here, depending on how you want to size it up here. So we're going to take the sweet onion dressing, going to dress some grilled or roasted asparagus.
Okay.
We're going to hit that up here on the bowl.
You roasted those before? I
roasted these before, yeah. I don't have all the time for you, unfortunately. Show's got to still run. I've got some. This is my favorite product here. That a really great technique to share with the viewers out there. What do you think this here is, Jay? Any idea what this nice golden brown, crispy deliciousness is?
I'm gonna say it's got to be like not caramel.
If I told you it was goat cheese, would you believe me?
No, not at all.
So
seriously,
this is typical goat cheese. You take it, put it in the oven, low temp, for like half an hour, constantly stir it. And you end up with this delicious, crumbly goat cheese that pairs really nicely with the dressing.
Are you kidding me? That's goat cheese.
This is goat cheese. For people that don't like goat cheese, it takes that footy flavor everyone's always afraid of, and you don't need to use a really expensive goat cheese that doesn't really have that. You can use inexpensive goat cheese, cook it down, caramelize it in the oven, just again, low temp, stir it every 15 minutes, every 10 to 15 minutes for half an hour, and it comes out this nice crumbly goat cheese. It's really, really nice here. Then we're going to get our poached egg going. Which again, I did earlier.
You didn't want to test it? You want us to test you on your poached egg?
Oh, yeah, I'm not doing that live on camera. My brunch days are over. There we go. A little bit of parsley for the vegetarian build here. I'm not a vegetarian, so I'm going to finish my breakfast up here. Get my bacon going. And now we've got my portion size here. This is an entree, but you can do it as a really nice appetizer, a high-end brunch breakfast. And there's Jay for you. You can see how I did here.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Man.
Nice poached egg.
You did those good. You did well.
My brunch days are behind me, but I still remember.
Good job.
So what I love about this visit build is simple techniques, but paired with that nice, easy dressing. So your prep time's low. All these things can be a la minute off your line. You're not taking that extra time off the line to make those dressings, make those sauces. The Renee's dressings really pair well with those nice fresh ingredients. The egg really complements the acidity of the dressing, and you have something that is great to eat and really simple to make. Jay, if we're good, we can cut to some commercials, and I'll make you some more.
Yeah, let's cut really back here quick. But I want to just go back to that goat cheese. Did you cut it or anything? How did it get to look like that? It's really cool.
So if you're ever making this back at house, you put your goat cheese log in the oven on parchment, smush it down, take whatever you use to smush it, get rid of it, put it in the oven. It's going to melt. Then it's going to start to bubble. As soon as it starts to bubble, you start mixing, put it back in the oven. The outsides are going to caramelize. You're going to stir the outsides in the middle. You're going to put it back in. It's going to keep caramelizing in spots. You keep stirring it until the entire sheet is this nice golden brown color. And then you pull it out the oven, let it dry, and then it just crumbles.
Serious?
Yeah, it's absolutely delicious. This is one of my favorite things to eat in general. Never mind my favorite application for goat cheese. It's absolutely delicious. The caramelized berry is so good. I absolutely love those flavors.
I love that, chef. Now, how long did that take you to do the goat cheese? Is that like a half an hour? Are you talking an hour,
So
20 minutes?
I would say it depends on your team. So I do it at high heat because I'm not going to burn it. When I was training my staff to do it back in my restaurant days, we would do it at 350 for about 30 minutes, stirring every 10, and that tends to do it for you. I do it at 4 1/4, and it's done in 15 minutes. But I'm honestly babysitting it. Only works if you're right in front of the oven, and every 2-3 minutes you can pop the door, give it a stir, throw it back in. Not what I would recommend for your first time doing it, or if you have more junior staff. The timer's your best friend. You can go low and slow. If you want to give it an hour, you can set it to 3 1/4 and just have the team take their time. Set a timer every 15 minutes, give it a stir, go back to what you're doing. It does take a bit of time, but it's all passive, right? There's no active prep. So this is no extra ingredients, just the goat cheese, time, and heat. That's it.
Cool. I think that's the coolest idea I've seen in a long time, chef.
Glad you like it.
There you go. You've goat cheese, and it tastes like goat cheese. It just doesn't have that.
Yeah, and it has that goat cheese without that bit of funk that people don't want.
Funk. There you go. Funk. All right. Okay, we'll be back after this.
Beautiful.
With your funk.
I don't know what else to call it.
It's not about turning on the lights, starting the grill, and prepping the food. You put on an apron, flip the open sign, and ready for the day. Regulars sit at the same spot and tell stories that bring smiles. Some days can be chaos, challenging. You persevere because you have an undaunted passion, a calling to make people feel welcome and warm. Guests come and go, some you may never see again. The restaurant business is heaven and hell. It's laughter and tears, forever changing and extremely challenging. When the day is done, feeling exhausted, yet somehow content, you smile, knowing tomorrow you get to do it all again. And you wouldn't change a thing.
All right, chef, we're back.
Beautiful.
Goat cheese. You're the goat of goat cheese.
Love it. All right. So the next thing we're going to do here, we're going to do a quick flank steak build here. Not going crazy with the sides here, but I know what you're thinking. Salad and a steak and an entree steak doesn't always go. But I want to show you a really fun way to finish mushrooms and onions that develop a really great flavor. So if you don't have the options of having house-made stocks for sauces, and you're using something that is a pre-made option, this is actually a pretty good alternative to a steak sauce or a way to finish a steak that I really like to do. So I'm going to fan these out on the plate here, and then I'm going to bring over my my pan, and I'm going to show you. So let's get the steak in here, and then you'll be able to see it. So Tiana's going to come this way. Thanks, Tiana. What we have here, you can see I've cooked up some mushrooms and some onions. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to take some Kraft balsamic. This is the Renee's balsamic. The Kraft balsamic works really well. And I'm just going to deglaze my pan here with my balsamic dressing.
Balsamic dressing, that's it.
Yeah, it's just balsamic dressing. I added nothing but a little bit of oil and some salt to cook the onions and mushrooms. You can see how it all just absorbs. Like, I hate the word smell-o-vision, but I honestly wish you had it. Like, you get this amazing balsamic flavor. And if you were to do this with straight balsamic vinegar, it's too astringent. So it's not something that you can, like, that highly reduced balsamic doesn't eat very well. Mm-hmm. So, but when you use a nice balsamic dressing, you end up with that really rich balsamic flavor. And you get these really deep orange, almost brown glaze to your onions and your mushrooms. And you have this really easy finish that is relatively inexpensive for a steak garnish. That really sounds premium. You know, your balsamic onions and mushrooms, really nice flavor, and not a lot of technique for making sauces or making different steak sides and things like that. This is a really simple finish to a really simple dish. Onions, steak, mushrooms, very classic, but you add that little bit of that little twist, add the balsamic dressing to finish. This is something that you can do a la minute if you're heating mushrooms up to order, or on the big banquet side, what I love to do, take the same dressing, the Renee's balsamic, and instead of oil and garlic and other seasons for like big batches of sliced mushrooms, you toss the whole thing in the balsamic instead of like as your oil replacement, and then you roast them. And what you'll see happening there is the first thing that's going to happen, the mushrooms are going to absorb all that dressing. Then as they're roasting, they're going to push it all out as they're caramelizing in the oven, and then the dressing reduces on the pan. And as the mushrooms come out, you almost then need to take like a wooden spoon, deglaze the pan as you stir, and collect all those bits of balsamic. The mushrooms reach them back up. They smell delicious. They taste delicious. And it's something that you could do on the catering side of the business, on that banquet style, where you're roasting, 3, 4, 5 trays of mushrooms for a function. A great way to add flavor and not just oil.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a very fun option.
A little passion there too, buddy.
I love it. I spent a lot of time in the banquet days. Honestly, I think one of my favorite experiences cooking professionally was being part of people's life events and what keeps us all in the industry. The birthdays, the weddings, the retirements, even more somber events. Being a part of that and helping people through food, which is your first experience. Someone showing love in your life is feeding you, and that's what chefs and the people in the restaurant business are all about.
Very cool.
We'll do one final salad if we have time.
Yes, let's go for it.
Love it. All right. So we're going to make a quick and easy Cobb. We're going to use a Richardson's dressing here. We're going to use the Richardson's buttermilk dill. It's not quite a ranch. It's a dill dressing. The Richardson lineup, again, it's got some more unique flavors in there. There's green peppercorn dressing. There's the dill dressing that I'm going to use here. And really, Jay?
I always find that it's hard to use dill dressings. Like they're sometimes over, I would say, processed.
A little overpowering?
Well, I find they're processed a little bit. They don't have that beautiful flavor. Is this?
No, this just really pops. It's got a really good dill flavor. And what I like is dill's becoming less and less of a polarized flavor. I think that the popularity of chicken wings and dill dips and everything has become so mainstream that this is something that everybody's looking for. So we'll do like a fun little drizzled Cobb here, something a little less than just a rows of ingredients, something a little more fun. I love to use a bib lettuce for this. Really good. It's going to keep everything together for us. This is going to be a nice, healthy salad. So I've got some roast chicken here. This is definitely an entree salad. We're going to add some great color with some cherry tomatoes. Again, nothing crazy here. This is a nice, simple salad that it's going to hit on those familiar flavors. The Cobb salad is from my golf club days, one of the most popular out there for the summer. And at the end of the day, where people are looking for those familiar flavors with high quality ingredients. And the Richardson dressing really delivers on that sense. Let's hit it with some avocado. How do you not? Again, we're not doing anything to really reinvent the wheel here. We just want to get some nice flavors going. Little soft-boiled egg action. How did I do on this one, Jay? Can I be your brunch cook?
I'm waiting for that dressing to hit that table on the end there. Right there,
Nope.
right there. There,
Bacon.
I knew it was going to drip. I knew it.
There we go. That's okay.
It's okay.
A little
You're
more.
You're a lot of dressing guy. I can tell. You're a lot.
I look like a lot of dressing guy. I love it. That's where the flavor is, Jay. I'm all about it.
I love it, dude. I
Again, it's just like a fun little build.
You know
you
what?
are right. That did fall on me.
I want to just say something because you said something while you lick your fingers. Is that Cobb salads still sell? They seriously do. I know they're old school. They're probably from the 50s and 60s, but they still sell. And I love how you read
Absolutely.
it.
And what the best part about, I mean, I hate to say the best part, but the reality of COVID is what's old is new again. People were looking for comfort food. They were looking for familiar, and I still think they are. And great salads like this that were popular, back in the day, they still taste really good. This is still good for you. You got fresh ingredients.
No
I
carbs.
go heavier on the dressing than some, but that's me.
Yeah, you got no carbs or low carb there. People
Absolutely. We've got some great protein with the chicken and the egg. The bacon's a little indulgent. That's for me.
It's okay.
But again, yeah, you're right. Cobb salads still going to sell it. The number one's the Caesar.
Yeah.
Who are we arguing with here, right? Like Caesar salad is the salad. Everyone, most restaurants have one.
Do you know what? You know what I've done before with Cobbs and things like this is that you actually roast the lettuce. Like if you can do a roasted lettuce Cobb.
Absolutely.
Or a barbecue.
Grilled romaine
grilled romaine, man. Holy smokes.
It's nice.
It's amazing. But it's also amazing that as soon as you hit it with a grill, how much more value goes up for those few extra seconds on a grill. It's crazy.
Honestly, for the headache you're getting from your grill guy for having to cook stuff for the salad, I think that's where the extra charges come from.
Exactly.
That you're sure if you're putting it on the menu, you're angering your grill guy enough that you need to charge a couple extra dollars out of each customer just to get that headache paid for.
I love that. You're absolutely right. The grill, you have to please the grill guy.
No, that's absolutely it. But that's all I've got for you today, Jay. I want to thank everybody for watching. I know Jay's going to bring up our QR code hopefully pretty soon. If it's on the screen there or when it's up in a little bit, that's the link to Kraft Heinz Edge to join for our newsletter. Get all the information you need on the Kraft Heinz products and our promos and get some lots of great industry tips and some menu items. Thanks everybody for joining. I'm sure Jay's going to send you off.
Yeah, so Chef, you can do the pointing to the corner. Point to the corner and there's your other way, up in the corner. There we go, right there. Down a little. Right there. There's your QR code button.
Beautiful.
Right
Thank
there.
you, Jay.
Right there. So anyways, thanks again, Chef, and everyone else. Thanks again for tuning in. And I hope you enjoy. That's a big Cobb salad. You gonna take that one back?
It's the office.
Go for that?
Have to feed my people.
It's got to feed the people at the office. Awesome. Thanks, Chef. Have a good one, okay?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.